What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog.
Time to get breakfast at Boma. So we just sat down and our server came over and explained the buffet to us. She said that on the right-hand side is all of their African-inspired dishes. They have a carving station over there. And then on the left is your more traditional breakfast items and the pastries and the butterscotch bread pudding. We were also recommended to try the coconut oatmeal. She said that's awesome. She is going to be bringing out pog juice. They call it jungle juice, but pog is passion fruit, orange, guava. It's delicious and it's complimentary with the buffet. Buffet tour time. We're gonna start on the right-hand side, which is the African section. So we have our pap and we have our regular shakalaka. And to the left of that, we have the South African shakalaka and the grilled asparagus. Our next station is the carving station. They have oak grilled tomatoes. They have a pineapple garam masala ham, roasted turkey, and two different sauces, the sambal and the Boma mustard, which is chipotle and teriyaki. Our next station has the famous coconut oatmeal with the fixings, as well as the turkey babodi. Our next station is more traditional food, so we have our sausage, our tater tots or potato barrels, breakfast potatoes, and biscuits and gravy station. It is sausage gravy. Then we have our pancakes, our chocolate chip pancakes, Mickey and Simba shaped waffles. This is fun. It's a little bit different than just your regular Mickey waffle. Then we have our scrambled eggs and our scrambled eggs with goat cheese and chives and 3 different omelet options. Then we have our bacon, yogurt parfaits, assorted fruits, an ancient grain berry salad, and a salad that has avocado, papaya, and grapefruit, different cured meats and cheeses, hard-boiled eggs and deviled eggs with salmon, plenty of different pastries, muffins, croissants, and of course we have the butterscotch bread pudding. Everyone talks about it. We can't wait to try it. There's also sticky buns, cinnamon rolls, and a bunch of different breads, bagels, rolls, so on. I barely dented that buffet. I started on the right-hand side with the African-inspired dishes. I got a few things, and like my plate is already full, so there's gonna be a few repeat trips. The first thing I'm gonna be trying is the pap, that's P-A-P, and that's creamy white cornmeal. It looks like grits, and it tastes just like grits. It's peppery, it's buttery, it's delicious. They have 2 different chakalakas and they're both vegan. They have the leaf on the little placard. So this is the first one and it looks just like stewed tomatoes. It has onion in it. Let's give this a try. That has great flavor. It actually has some heat to it, so be fair warned. This second chakalaka looks like it might have jackfruit in it. It looks something like something shredded. It could possibly be jackfruit. Looks like there's also some beans in here as well. I like that one. So that one is not as spicy as the tomatoes, and that is beans for sure. It's very bean forward. It kind of reminds me of like baked beans, almost as if you were to do like a beans on toast breakfast situation, but has great flavor as well. That's my favorite one out of the 2. I like that second one. Then on the buffet line, they had asparagus. It's asparagus, salty. So that's one section of the buffet table. Right after that, they have the carving station that has both ham and turkey. So I went ahead and I got the turkey, and I have a feeling that Eddie's probably gonna be trying the ham. There's 2 different sauces. So they have the Boma mustard, which is chipotle and teriyaki based. And then they have the sambal. So I got both to try a little bit of each. So let's give the turkey a try on its own. Oh, this is great. This is so tender.
The turkey?
Yeah, I gotta like pan down with this camera so you can see how tender this is crazy. Okay. The way that this just cuts so nicely. Crazy. I mean, Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna try the turkey on its own. Oh my goodness. The fact that they even offer the carving station like that already takes it to that next level for me in terms of breakfast buffets, because normally your only protein options are like bacon and sausage and other variants of bacon and sausage. So having fresh quality meat, I'm a big fan of that. So I'm gonna try these two sauces here. So the first one is that mustard sauce. I know it's chipotle and teriyaki, but it's actually not spicy. It's more sweet. It kind of tastes like a honey mustard to me. Next is a sambal. Yeah, I'm absolutely getting paprika coming through. The sambal texture is very similar to like a tomato paste. And I've taken a few bites now, and I will say the heat builds. At first, you don't get too much of it, but as I've taken like those subsequent bites, the heat is building. I'm getting more spice like building up on my tongue. But I really enjoyed the sambal, to be fair. I like the mustard a little bit better, but this is a great first plate. Eddie just came back and he got some different items, so I'm excited for him to try them.
I got the pineapple garam masala ham. They have oak grilled tomato, and then the turkey boba tea. I think I'm gonna try the ham first. He gave a nice big chunk of ham. He was not shy with the portion.
Legends say he went ham.
It reminds me of like a honey ham that you would have during the holidays. I'm not really getting garam masala. It just tastes like a honey ham, which there's nothing wrong with. It's really flavorful, cooked really well, nice and moist. So I'm happy with that. Next, I'm going to dig into the oak grilled tomato. Now this is it's just a half a tomato. Has a lot of herbs and spices on it. Oak grilled, as the name says. Looks like they put like parsley, olive oil, salt, pepper. Not getting a ton of the grill flavor. Maybe I just grabbed one that didn't have a ton of grill flavor. But it's kind of reminding me also almost of like a bruschetta tomato, just half a tomato. That's kind of like the seasoning that I'm getting. I don't hate it. I like it. Next, I'm going to try the turkey boboti. And now this is turkey, eggs, and mushrooms. It's basically like a frittata. Well, there's that there. That's really good. That has fantastic flavor. It is exactly like a frittata, but I can really taste the masala seasoning in that, like that masala flavor. It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it. The eggs are cooked nice. They're not runny. Very happy with that. Everything is nice and fresh on the plate. There's plenty of portions at the buffet itself. They are very on top of keeping everything full and fresh, which I really like. So I'm very happy with this first plate. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna go back up for seconds.
We got a mimosa flight, but it's called the Bomosa flight. It's funny, on the way in, the woman that was walking us to our table was like, have you been here before? I said, no. She goes, prepare for the Boma coma. You're gonna eat so much that you're not even gonna be able to walk out of here. And then you're gonna come back for birthdays, anniversaries. I'm like, yes, ma'am. The Mimosa flight is $24, and it's a collection of 3 African sparkling wines presented in 4 unique ways, including Minute Maid, passion fruit, orange guava juice, so pog juice, mint raspberry, spicy habanero pineapple, and strawberry honey. Oh, the mint is very prominent in this. You love a mojito.
That's true.
I feel like this is more minty than a mojito.
It is very mint forward. Not getting a ton of raspberry in it, but the mint and the like champagne taste really come through.
That's more of your classic mimosa because it's like that tropical juice.
Yeah. Very much like a typical mimosa. Citrusy, very nice, refreshing.
This is so pretty. Such a cool presentation. That's yummy. That is smooth. I'm a fan. The honey comes through, but it's not overpoweringly honey.
That's really good. I think that's my favorite one so far. You really taste like the sweetness of the honey. You get like the light flavor of the strawberry. I really like that one.
Oh yeah, look, it has a little bit of like tahini on the rim there of the pineapple. That's nice. Let's see how spicy you are. You get the flavor from the spice. You don't, it's not like burning my mouth, but you get the flavor from the spice.
That one's very tart. You get a little bit of the spiciness from the jalapeno. But yeah, I think the strawberry one is my favorite.
I went up for seconds, and first up is the famous coconut oatmeal. I didn't really doctor it up. They had some stuff over there, like they had honey and I think raisins. I put a couple banana chips in here, but I wanted to try it on its own so that we get that, you know, organic effect. It's served warm. This texture and flavor reminds me so much of rice pudding with cinnamon in it. Almost like a coconut rice pudding. That is the Boma.coma. Did that work? I did also grab these scrambled eggs with goat cheese and chives. And I'm curious because, you know, honestly, these scrambled eggs, and they had regular ones too, kind of just look like hotel scrambled eggs. You know, like in a carton or however they do it. But I love goat cheese and chives. So I was curious if maybe this is a little bit more elevated than that. That is hotel eggs with goat cheese and chives. They're fine. I would rather have, what was the other eggy thing I got?
The boboki?
Yeah.
Turkey boboki. So I went back up for a second plate. I also did get the goat cheese and chive eggs. I did try them off camera. They're a little wet for my taste. I like my eggs to be a little bit harder cooked. But you do get the goat cheese flavor. You get that tanginess. And I do like the chives. They add a nice onioniness. Is that a word? I like the flavor. I'm not so crazy about like how moist they are. I got some bacon. All right, and we're trying it just because it's bacon. It's bacon. It's porky, it's salty. It's not crispy. Like it's just sitting in a giant bowl with a bunch of other bacon. So it's a little bit, I don't want to say soggy, but it's like that half in between crispy, half in between soggy bacon. The other thing I got was the deviled egg with salmon, which it looks like they put paprika on top. There's some capers, some red onions. So you have the yolk and then you have the salmon on the top. It's kind of like they cut the egg in half, and instead of using the yolk, they do like a puree of, or like a mixture of salmon on top, and they just put it on the egg half. So let's give that a try.
That's not a deviled egg. That's a hard-boiled egg with salmon on it.
That's right. It's not a deviled egg.
It says it is.
A deviled egg is when they take the yolk and they mix it up and then pipe it back into the empty egg white. This is just a hard-boiled egg cut in half with some salmon on top. But it's actually really good. The capers add a nice saltiness and brininess to it. I like the red onion. It's not a ton of red onion, so it just adds like a nice little sharpness of flavor there to it. I'm not really tasting the salmon. You know, red onion kind of overpowers everything. So you do get a lot of that, but the textures are really good and the flavor is really good. So I actually really like that a lot.
This is the avocado, papaya, and grapefruit salad. And I know this might sound crazy, but it has avocado, papaya, and grapefruit.
Wild.
I imagine that they pair it together because the flavors go well together, so I wanted to try it for myself. I think they work really well together. You know, the papaya gives you sweet, the avocado is a little bit more neutral of a flavor, and the grapefruit gives it that kind of like souriness. We're just making up words today.
We're just making up stuff.
I like the combination of the three together. I think it's good. It's fresh. It makes you feel like you're making healthy choices on vacation. That is something to know. There's a lot of options up here if you are a little bit more health conscious with your food choices and you're trying to, you know, choose foods that are not just going to give you like energy crashes like only waffles. Between like the asparagus for some fiber and the carving station, there's some great choices that are truly like great, nutritious choices. Next we have the ancient grain berry salad. They had a few of these. It looks like there's just some baby spinach at the bottom. We have what looks like quinoa. It looks like a strawberry, some craisins, some pumpkin seeds, either goat or feta. think that's feta. And some golden raisins. It looks like blueberries. When I was looking at them, it looks like they had different kinds of fruit on different ones. Not so different that like there's a strawberry one, there's a blueberry one. But you know, obviously they're probably just like scooping it onto the bowl, and I intentionally picked one that looked like it had a little bit of everything. Get a good bite here. I think there might be some parsley in here as well. Great flavor combination, great texture combination, right? Very fruity, and something else that is also just very fresh and nutritious. It's fine, but I mean, I do prefer the other options at the buffet.
Everybody knows that on Disney property, when you're getting breakfast, the thing to get, is at every buffet, is the Mickey waffles. Well, here at Boma, they have Mickey waffles, but they also have Simba waffles. And that's what I got right here. Look at little Simba. He's so cute. Well, now I'm gonna eat them. So our server brought us over a little, what do we call this thing? A little carafe of syrup. So I felt obligated. So I not only got a Simba waffle, I also got a chocolate chip pancake, which smells delicious. So I am going to douse little Simba here with maple syrup. Very, very crunchy exterior, soft in the middle. Now these have been sitting for a little bit, so it's just dripping with syrup. I don't know about you. I like my stuff swimming in syrup. Let's give them a bite. Very similar to a Mickey waffle. Crispy exterior, soft on the inside. Slight hint of vanilla, maybe. I like it. It's good. I'm not a huge waffle person. I like pancakes more, so I'm gonna give the pancake a try now. Scratch-made pancakes with chocolate chips. I'm a fan. I would get the pancakes again. The Simba waffle's cute, but pancakes. This is what I've been waiting for all breakfast, because this is breakfast food, right? So they have a butterscotch bread pudding. Now, I don't know what that has to do with breakfast, but I'm here for it. They also have a vanilla creme anglaise you can put on top, and there's like a pecan sticky bun next to it, and they also have like a pecan caramel sauce. I don't know if that sauce was intended for the pecan sticky bun, but I put it on the bread pudding along with the creamy vanilla creme anglaise. This is served warm, and it is chock full of nuts. Oh, that's good. The pan that they have it in, some of the exterior portions have like a little kind of like a crispiness to them, which I love because it adds texture to the bread pudding. The middle of the bread pudding is nice and, soft and moist, that bread pudding consistency that you want. That caramel that I added on there with the pecans gives it also a nice texture with the crunch from the walnuts. Creme anglaise kind of gets lost in there because there's so many more overpowering flavors, but the butterscotch comes through, and this is just really good. If I could go back in time and put all those other plates of food back, I would just get a bunch of bowls of this. This is awesome. You gotta try this.
This is the first reaction.
That's your first reaction.
Very good.
Is it better than Sebastian?
I was about to say something about that. So, there's pineapple in here. I'm getting Sebastian vibes.
Okay.
And I was wondering, that is a piece of pineapple. Better than Sebastian's? I don't know. I really like Sebastian's because it comes out fresh. You get to pour, the sauce or whatever on yourself. Oh man, this is great. Disney has great bread pudding with the exception of coral reef.
That was terrible. That was so
Man,
bad.
that was... We're not bread pudding snobs. We're bread pudding fans.
Aficionados.
I'm not really getting butterscotch. It's more like nutty, caramelly, a little bit of pineapple, very little bit of pineapple, but very warm, very cozy. So the pro is that you don't need a park ticket to come here.
I think for what it is, $39, I think it's a great value. it offers something that a lot of the other buffets don't have, which is like that African influence. And honestly, that's where a lot of the foods with the really good flavor are coming from, are from that African side of the buffet. Yeah, you have like bacon and scrambled eggs and, you know, biscuits and gravy and all that stuff further down the line. But the carving station was great. The turkey boba tea was great. The tomatoes, the grilled tomato, I thought was really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Again, that bread pudding was awesome. I would come back again.
I would come back in a heartbeat. I think the biggest takeaway is there's something for everyone. There's something for the picky eater in your family. There's something for the more adventurous or more, flavor curious person in your family.
Aside from the food, also, I mean, the atmosphere is great. This hotel, this lodge, whatever you want to call it, is beautiful. Right outside the door, you have like the animals you can go and look and check out. So yeah, we will absolutely be coming back again. Highly recommend. You should definitely check it out. Where should we go next?
One last thought. The Boma coma is indeed real.
I am very full.
That's where we're going to end it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'm Megan.
I'm Eddie.
We'll see you in the future.
Bye, guys.
Bye.